guys. Look, this is my YouTube channel and I get to talk about whatever I want, okay? So in my last vlog, right, my last weekly vlog, I mentioned that I have been on the Our Flag Means Death train. And I'm not getting off. I simply am not. It's on my mind 24/7. It's all I think about. Ed and Steed are my fucking lock screen. Like, I am so serious. This show has taken over my damn life. And so now it must also take over yours. This is my excuse. This is my excuse to talk about the show on this channel. I do have books to recommend. It's not a long list, but it feels comprehensive. If you don't know what Our Flag Means Death is, it is a show on HBO Max about queer pirates. Oh my god. It's literally a queer pirate rom-com. Like, what did I do? What did I do to deserve this in my life? Oh my god, guys. I'm not being dramatic for the sake of YouTube. This is how I felt for weeks. It's all I fucking think about. The basic premise of the show is that we have our main character, Steed, which I know, yeah, but he leaves his wife and kids to go be a pirate. And he has this whole crew and this whole big fancy ship, but he's just really bad at it. Like, he's not good at it. A little bit into the series, he meets infamous pirate captain Blackbeard, played by Taika Waititi, who's amazing. And it's fucking great, and I can't stress it enough, and I need you all to watch it, because if I don't get a second season of this show, I will literally never know peace. The last time I've thought this hard about a TV show getting renewed was Shadowhunters in like 2016. So I don't mean to be one of the, like, do you guys remember when Anne with an E got canceled and everyone on Twitter was like pressed for like 2 months? I don't mean to be like that, because that was fucking annoying. But this show has gay pirates, so I feel like I'm justified. Let's talk about books. So the first book, actually, I want to recommend, I haven't read, but it felt like a shame to leave it off the list. And I want to read it. I just bought it not that long ago because it finally came out in paperback, but it's In Deeper Waters by F.T. Lukens, because it's a gay pirate book, and I'm talking about the gay pirate show. So, okay, so it says that the prince is going on a coming of age tour to see his like kingdom, and then he runs into pirates, right, and gets kidnapped, question mark? No, wait. No. He finds the pirates, and the pirate's a prisoner, and so then I don't know. You know what? It doesn't matter. I haven't read the book. I can't tell you what it's actually about. Go fucking look up the synopsis. It's just there's a pirate and he's gay, and it felt appropriate, okay? I'm moving on. Let's talk about the book that I really wanted to talk about when I thought about this video concept, because I've been thinking about it for like the entire time that I have been on this train, okay? I want to talk about A Darker Shade of Magic, and I don't actually want to talk about A Darker Shade of Magic itself. I just want to talk about the series. The first book in the series is A Darker Shade of Magic. It's by V.E. Schwab, and it's about, it sounds super confusing. Like, it's a really intimidating book to like describe, but I promise you it makes perfect sense when you read it. Like, well, maybe not perfect sense, but when you read it, you get it. But talking about it makes me sound insane. It's like a high fantasy, and there's 3 like universes, I guess, of London, and one is Red London and it's filled with magic, and one is White London and there's only like a little bit of magic, and then one is Gray London and there's like no magic. And there's only 2 people who can travel between these Londons. And so we follow one of them, our main character, Kel. And while he's traveling in Grey London, he meets our other main character, Lila. We find out that Lila can travel with him for some reason. So they kind of build up a bond. Kel takes Lila back to Red London. And yeah, that's what the first book is about. The second book takes a turn. And the second book is where my love for this series lies. Because in the second book, Lila is a pirate. And she is so fucking cool. I don't want to talk too much about it without, because I don't want to spoil it. But what the book that I'm really recommending here is A Gathering of Shadows, but you have to read A Darker Shade of Magic, like, first to read A Gathering of Shadows. But it is so good. We meet Alucard, who's like my favorite character in that series. I'm obsessed with him. He's so fucking cool. He's also a pirate, and he like finds Lila, and they're kind of working together at the beginning of the second book. And then they both kind of have interests back on land, and we kind of follow them through that. And they are both so fucking cool, and I'm obsessed with them. And in my stupid little worm brain, I think about whether like Blackbeard and Lila would like be friends. My brain is not in the same place that it was a month ago when I hadn't watched this show. While I'm here and while I'm talking about A Darker Shade of Magic, I also want to talk about another V.E. Schwab book, Vicious. It doesn't have any pirate elements, okay? I mean, it'd be cool if it did, but it doesn't. But the reason I'm recommending this book is because of the way the relationship between Victor and Eli is. Vicious by V.E. Schwab is about a man named Victor Vale. And he has this like power. Basically the whole plot is in this world, when you have a near-death experience, you gain a superpower. So Victor has had a near-death experience, and now he doesn't feel pain, and he can like control other people's pain. Also having a near-death experience is Eli, who's the antagonist in this book. And him and Victor used to be best friends. And now they are not. And they kind of want to kill each other. They don't kind of want to kill each other. They do want to kill each other. And this whole book goes back and forth between their friendship and their enemy ship, them being enemies. It's literally, the trope of the book is friends to enemies. What I desperately want, I'm gonna sound crazy. There's a third book coming out, not for a while. I don't even think V.E. Schwab has fucking written it yet, but there is a third Vicious book coming out. I desperately want that Victor and Eli, friends to enemies to lovers. I think that would serve so fucking hard, and I want it. And my own thoughts about this duology are probably impacting my choice in recommending it, if you're a fan of Our Flag Means Death. But I also think if you just like Blackbeard, then I think you would like Victor. The next book I want to talk about is The House in the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune. The reason I'm recommending this, there's a couple reasons. One is that it's a love story, but it's not like a teenage love story. Arthur and Linus are both also older men, the way that Steed and Blackbeard are. Both stories are about being queer and being older. Like being queer and being like 40 is a different experience from being queer and being like 19 like I am. And The House in the Cerulean Sea and Our Flag Means Death both focus on older queer characters and them falling in love for the first time. And I think it's a really good parallel where if you really enjoyed that element of the show, or if you really enjoyed that element of the book, like you would like the other one, and like vice versa. The other reason I'm recommending this book is because I think the kids in the orphanage are very reminiscent of the crew of The Revenge. Another huge element of the show is Steed having like this misfit fucking group of pirates who are like all kind of out of place. It's very reminiscent of this orphanage because all of the magical kids in the orphanage are like top secret. No one's supposed to know, you know, and like they're like considered like ultra dangerous. And like the crew of the Revenge are misfit pirates, but probably just because they're considered a little dumb. Lucy is Buttons, and that's all I'm gonna say. Wait, I'm gonna say more actually. Lucy is Buttons, Chauncey is the Swede, Talia is Black Pete, Theodore is Friendshade. I'm gonna say that Sal is Wee John. Yeah, I'm sticking with that. I know I'm missing Fee, but I don't think there's a good comparison on there. Maybe Olu? I'm thinking too hard about this. I'm gonna have to edit down like 7 minutes of me trying to compare the kids in the House in the Cerulean Sea to the crew of the Revenge. How the fuck did I end up here, guys? I don't know if I said what the plot of the House of the Cerulean Sea was, but basically there's like an orphanage full of magical kids, and there's a caseworker, Linus, who's our main character, who gets sent to the orphanage to like check in on the magical kids. And the guy who's running the orphanage is named Arthur, and yeah. I have one more book, and I'm just gonna say it, and I'm not gonna talk about it because I feel like it's controversial and you don't need to fucking hear about it again. But I am just gonna say, if you liked Our Flag Means Death, I think you'll like The Song of Achilles, and vice versa. And that's all I'm gonna fucking say about that. Before I go, this is my question for everyone who has seen Our Flag Means Death, and if you haven't, like, go back and watch them and then come back here. Izzy Hands, yay or nay? For me, personally, a yay. After I watched this show like 5 times, like the first couple times I watched it, I was like, man, this guy fucking sucks. And then there was like a turning point, like probably after I watched it like 5 times, where I was like, I kind of get it. And now he's my girlfriend. I know. I know. He just has that energy. To me. Thank you for humoring me on this one. I just needed to talk about it, okay? My like fucking love and obsession is so real, and I need to talk about it or I'm going to explode. And this is my platform, okay? This is my platform. I'm gonna use it how I want, okay? Okay. Thank you for watching. Please don't unsubscribe. I love you. Bye.